Welcome to City of Secrets, tales of love, betrayal, and revenge, where love once flourished, but deception left its mark. These are stories of passion, heartbreak, and the unforgettable moments when truth unravels the lies. Join us as we dive into the depths of love's greatest illusions and the power of reclaiming oneself, because sometimes the sweetest revenge is simply moving on. Shattered vows in Chicago, cozy beginnings. The promise of forever Chicago in the fall was a city of warmth despite the crisp chill in the air. Lena Carter loved it, the golden leaves drifting through the streets, the aroma of cinnamon and roasted chestnuts curling through the wind. She had met Daniel Whitmore on a blustery afternoon when her sketchbook went flying across Millennium Park. He caught it, flashing a boyish smile as he handed it back. "You can't just let beauty run away like that," he teased. From that moment, they built something real, something warm. Nights curled under soft blankets, cooking meals together, slow dances in the living room with the city lights painting golden halos around them. "You and me, Lena, forever, okay?" he whispered one night, pulling her close. She believed him. The first cracks, the poison of secrets. It was just a feeling at first, a subtle change like a song played off beat. Daniel worked later, his texts lost warmth. The way he touched her changed, less like he was holding his world, more like he was holding a secret. Then she found the text. "Can't wait to see you again, babe. Last night was amazing." Lena's breath hitched, the words blurring before her eyes. Last night? Her fingers trembled as she scrolled. Whispers of love, hotel receipts, stolen weekends. A name, Emily. Her heart clenched, a slow, suffocating squeeze. The breaking point, "You swore to me on moonlit nights. That love was strong, that love was right. But love should never taste of lies, nor feel like daggers in disguise." Lena didn't fall apart. She burned. Daniel had a career-defining project, an architecture deal with one of the biggest firms in Chicago. Using her connections, she made sure they received everything. Screenshots, receipts, proof of his double life. Within days, the firm dropped him. His name turned to ash in the industry. One evening, he showed up at their apartment, eyes pleading. "Lena, I love you. I messed up, but I love you." She stepped closer, voice quiet but sharp as a blade. "You love me? No, Daniel, you love the idea of me, but love isn't supposed to break." She shut the door in his face, leaving him alone in the cold. The final goodbye. Love once bloomed, but now it dies, lost in echoes, lost in lies. You were my heart, my light, my spark, now just a shadow in the dark. Next story will be the betrayal in Charleston, a love that felt like home. Charleston was wrapped in a kind of magic, the scent of salt and honeysuckle in the air, the cobblestone streets lined with love stories. For Sophie Harper, love tasted like cinnamon pastries and lavender honey lattes, the drink she always made for James Calloway, the man she thought was her forever. James, a history professor, spent afternoons grading papers in her cafe, sunlight catching in his deep brown eyes. They had built a love steady as the tides, a love she believed was unshakable. "You're my greatest story," he once told her. "Then let's make it a good one," she had whispered back. The lies begin, unraveling the truth. It was an ordinary Tuesday when she found the hotel receipt, a weekend stay for two, a name attached, Rebecca Sterling. Her heart pounded, her hands went cold. She called the hotel, forcing her voice to stay even. "Mr. Calloway? Oh yes, he and Miss Sterling had a wonderful stay last weekend." James came home that night, pressing a kiss to her temple, murmuring how much he had missed her, and Sophie smiled, because now she knew the truth. The moment of clarity. He kissed me soft, he kissed me sweet, yet tasted faint of her deceit. I smiled back, but in my chest, a love once whole was laid to rest. Their engagement party was glowing under the soft Charleston night, fairy lights twinkling, friends toasting to their love. James held her hand, unaware. Sophie raised her glass. "I want to toast to love, to trust, to honesty." James grinned, lifting his own glass. "And of course," she continued, voice unwavering, "to my fiancé, who, while planning our wedding, also found time for romantic weekends with Rebecca Sterling." Gasps rippled through the crowd. James's glass slipped from his fingers. Sophie calmly removed her engagement ring and dropped it into his untouched drink. "Here's to a future without lies." She turned and walked away, leaving him drowning in his own disgrace. Sophie funneled her heartbreak into her cafe, creating her newest bestseller, Betrayal Brownies. Rich, bittersweet, topped with sea salt, just like love, just like pain. James came back one day, guilt in his eyes. "Can we talk?" he asked. She slid a brownie across the counter. "Tastes good, doesn't it?" she murmured. He swallowed hard, just like revenge. And with that, Sophie walked away, toward a love that would never taste of lies again. Thank you for joining us on this journey through love, betrayal, and redemption. Sometimes the deepest heartbreaks lead to the strongest comebacks, and the best revenge is finding peace beyond the pain. If these stories moved you, remember, true strength comes from knowing when to let go. Until next time, may your heart find the love it truly deserves.